Welcome to Monroe, Louisiana, Malone Stadium, home to the ULM Warhawks, and fans have been getting ready for this one pretty much all week. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement. Team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bulls will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Lloyd. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets the give. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. And the Warhawks want to pick up the tempo. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. Toss to the outside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss.
Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
A third and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Holstein. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He just threw it away, couldn't find a man, and I guess at least he saved a few yards of field position.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll go to the air on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it. And that pass picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Makes a man miss. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Warhawks headed quickly to the line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Nowhere move. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
On the set.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Warhawks!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gets it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. They'll run it from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brown wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this. Two interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David,
the quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UL Monroe.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Coming after it. Got it set up on the outside. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small.
He's going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Going up top on first down. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Here comes the offense on second down.
29 Philly.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Warhawks moving quickly to the line. They'll try the run. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Warhawks. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Hawaii came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Honolulu had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking to scramble. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Grab near the marker. It's Smith. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they could...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
He'll throw on third down. They're trying to get to it. The quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit, visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It is good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Warhawks will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a second. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Man, I'm the quarterback, and I drop back in four verts. What can I see on my safety? Is it single high? If it's single high, I know exactly where I'm going with the football. Look the safety off, zip it in there. Either way, I know I got four guys streaking right down the field.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Will Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
And the Warhawks want to move quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he's lucky to get that one back. His junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Warhawks have this offense rolling. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Fires to the big fella. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. brought down after a nice game.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He'll try the left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Warhawks have pushed it inside the 20. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back up?
Touchdown, UL Monroe! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Trying to get to him. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The give and the run on 4th down. And the Bulls have a 1st down.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, and get in the backfield and make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. On the return, it's Boyd. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Runs through a tackle. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark.
Oh, it's loose. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
Defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Warhawks in the hurry up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's so hard because when they run jet sweeps, they don't always give them the football, and then you got to worry about other stuff. But great job focusing on your keys, seeing the jet sweep, pulling the trigger, going, and getting the speedster on the ground.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the tight end.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Escapes the sack, and the freshman will chalk up a sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Warhawks are in the hurry-up. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Touchdown, Warhawks. And the stomping has commenced. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Brown will throw it. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield.